harder.
I'm talking money off the top and count it in your face.
Okay, Corey says rolling.
Yeah.
What is good? What is good, sir? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame, episode 125. Y'all know what it is. We are back. Monday Night Raw with your boy, Reggie. What's good, brother?
And with your boy, Norwood. I am holding on by a thread. My day has been a full one. Flights at 5 a.m. are humbling. Full days are too. We here.
Got your homecoming fit on, don't you?
For a person not going to homecoming, I'm living vicariously.
That boy
exactly
got
right.
That boy got the nail,
Hey, man, it's all I got, bro. I'm considering maybe like if I can get a cheap turn and burn, but I feel like that's unrealistic. But outside of that,
there is a room.
For you.
There is a room that is available. You want to buy it off of him?
I was about to expose. I was about to give up one of my. I'm not going to do that. You're right. There's a room.
You was about to incriminate yourself. What's up, people? Welcome to the pregame, man.
I was going to incriminate myself. I have a jug that I've said. You know me and you didn't talk about it. I have a few things that I do homecoming that I found over time that just works better.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I don't know what it is you speak of, my guy. I don't know what it is you speak of.
I'm talking about me and what I do. Me. That's on me, baby. But
well,
yeah,
let's get started with the pregame. You feeling good?
Yep. We finna start. Get right to the chaos.
Hey man, I always preface some things. Norwood started this. He said this is a Reggie subject that he put into the podcast in the past whenever I put in a controversial post that Norwood doesn't necessarily want to talk about or feel comfortable. He quickly exonerates himself away. And today I am doing the same thing. Listen, Shannon, bro. This Shannon Sharpe clip is funny, but in today's climate, I can see how it could be taken the wrong way. In today's climate,
I see. Now I want to go back and see if I put it in the group, which I very well might have. But I'm cool with it either way. I'm rocking with it. It's mine now.
It's funny to me. All right, so here we go. So Shannon Sharpe, as you know, he started on what is it, Shay Network or what? He started his own media.
This is basically a new show. It's a partnership between Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco. It's called The Nightcap.
Yeah, but it goes through Shannon Sharpe's digital media company that he started. Are you leaning to the right or are you centered?
But I don't know whose it is. If you say it goes through him, then sure. I see both of their names attached to it. Looks like it's relatively simply set up, but I guess you throw DraftKings up there in the corner. And I don't know that other logo. I mean, you got a couple sponsors and a couple dollars.
Yeah, this doesn't go through. This isn't through ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. This is
not
his
at all.
own thing.
No. This is completely different. Now, I will say that, and I've already talked to somebody else about this. I think that this is, as much as I would have liked him and Skip to stay together because I think that they're polarizing television. I
keep
think
trailing in and out. Are you connected to the microphone? You keep trailing away. There you go. You might need to pull the pause. Might need to pull the microphone closer to you because every time you lean back, it's like it's blocking you out. Or turn the gain up, one or the other. See, still the same. Can't hear you at all. Wow, 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 wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen. You were fine before. It's just you kept trailing away. We cannot Hither you, ladies and gentlemen. While Norwood gets his microphone.
Wait.
There
I
it
think I
is.
fixed
There
it.
he is.
Computer did something funny. But what I was saying was,
Cat
anyway,
brother.
it's a strategic partnership
Cat.
with these two guys. You tried it. But with that said, this is a good topic, and play it, and then we'll discuss it.
All right, so the thought process or the subject was when people order an astronomical amount of food on the first date. I think this was following up the female that ordered 48 oysters and then decided to order more drinks or whatever, and then the dude left, saying that I only went out for drinks. I didn't plan on paying for 48 oysters. Is crazy. All right, so here we go.
Have sex tonight. Needless to say, she didn't order that, and I never saw her again. I ain't got bread like that, Ocho. You get me on here, Ocho. I get on here with you, man. I was supposed to take this to my grave, man.
All right. Then they got Apple.
Ocho, this was the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
I met this young lady. We gonna go out. I was like, okay. I ain't got a whole lot of money, but you know what? I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna deny myself something to get her a nice little, get a nice little meal. The server comes back, says, okay, you ready to order? I was like, yeah. So I got something probably cost like $30, $40.
Yeah.
And so Ocho, she got the menu and she just looking. I'm like, well, damn, what she gonna order? She say, I'm trying to figure out what go with lobster. I say condoms. I said, because if you order that, we gonna have sex tonight. Needless to say, she didn't order that, and I never saw her again.
Now, I laughed when I first heard this. But, like I said, in today's climate, now he did say it happened in the 90s. So it was a different time back then, so to speak. So it is hilarious what he said, but still.
Okay, so for me, I have a couple things here. Number one, he liked this woman enough that he decided that he was going to make a sacrifice on his behalf to take her out. The other part is we have to remember Shannon Sharpe didn't come into the NFL as who he was. He came in as a guy playing wide receiver, trying to make it on special teams. His earnings in 1990 was $148,000. Take that $148,000 and you look at taxes, probably getting about what, half of that? What's take home pay is like about $80K. Not rich. He trying to be fiscally responsible. And everything that I understand, women enjoy transparency. They say that they want men to express themselves, to be consistent, let them know where they stay. I think that he was very transparent with this woman, very realistic with this woman. I think he set a precedent. Let her know that in advance, so there was no pressure. It's a decision that you make. This is pre-order. He didn't let her order and then say, hey, this is what comes with it. And then from there, she decided that's what she wasn't interested in that. I think that it's fair and reasonable in my book.
No, okay. I disagree. I don't in today's climate, like I said, you can't say, okay, if you order lobster, we having sex. Yeah, you can't say that. You could say, if you order lobster, I'm not gonna pay for it, or that's not in the budget, or I want you to do something
just
nice.
As bad.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah. He said the same thing.
Either way, you end up an Instagram think piece.
No, you end up an Instagram think piece if you decide not to pay for it. But like you said, the ball is in her court. Equating lobster to sex, I think, is where you kind of is where you toting the fine line. I think if you were to say I'm not gonna pay for it, then cool. But saying, yo, if you get lobster, you owe me sex, is where, like I said, in today's climate, I don't know if that was
willing. He was willing to pay for it. And he was willing to pay for it. And then from there, she decided that's what she wasn't interested in that. I think that Yeah, so he said, I'm willing to pay for it. I'll make the sacrifice. I went into this willing to make the sacrifice.
Yeah, so she gets something nice to eat. That's what he said. He said so that she could get something nice to eat. She still stepped over what he expected and said, if you get lobster, you owe me sex. And the owe me sex part is where it's like,
okay, so I take that as a little bit of sarcasm and being facetious. What you're doing is saying that you're out of pocket. You go out on this first date and you start asking, what goes with lobster? You say, what? What? Water. That's it. No appetizer, no dessert, nothing. That's it. Going home after that. You spent my money and your money. I had allocated enough for both of them, and you going crazy. And Josh, oddly enough, agrees with me. Nothing wrong with setting expectations.
Fair. Hey, y'all can, hey, I just know if that were to, we'll see. We'll see the reaction to that over the next couple of weeks. Really, couple of days, because social media moves too fast. Really, in the next couple of days. But it was funny when I heard it, because as we've all been there, especially in college or right out of college. Like you want to go to STK? Like, you know, I'm still looking.
Bro,
I'm still looking.
Bro, and you're not even my girlfriend. Like, I spent some money on some expensive dates for a lady who is my girlfriend. But this is our first date and you escalate to lobster? Oh, nah. Tripping.
I don't disagree with that.
It's really the audacity for me.
Mm-hmm. The audacity. I agree. But I guess being in today's climate, I don't know if that will rock. But let's move on, man. Let's move on. So let's talk more about old white men hating on the new rules. Senator Joe Manchin, I think it's Manchin. It might be Manchin. Manchin. Isn't that ironic? It's hard to root for the kids when they're starting as multimillionaires as freshmen and sophomores. Talking about and referring to NIL money made by collegiate athletes. So
thank you, Josh.
So there's a few things that piss me off about this right here. There were millionaires, multimillionaire freshmen and sophomores before the NIL, right? There were multimillionaire freshmen and sophomores that don't play a sport, that really go. Well, I'm not gonna say that about all of them. I was gonna say, you know, some of them got paid to go to school. You know what I mean, or paid to get in school.
Or maybe you get this in an apartment, and then when you open the apartment, you open one of the closet doors. Money there.
Right.
Last person.
So there's that. That's another angle. The boosters have been paying these athletes allegedly for ain't no alleged. They've gotten caught for years. So now that it's legal and that they're making money, you say it's hard for them to use their name, image, and likeness to make money. Senator Joe Manchin, who by career professionally owns coal mills and made his money out of the coal industry, and then used his name, image, and likeness and his accomplishments to get the money, to raise the money to then become a senator. You are mad at the athletes for doing the same shit that you're doing. You wouldn't be a senator without your name, image, and likeness from your business days, without your brand. How can you be everybody is such a hypocrite when it comes to this NIL money. You're not mad at the AD who gets paid to go to these conventions and talk about how we raise money. You think he going there to talk for free? You think the school is paying for him to go talk around the country for free? No, he's getting money. You get paid. You worth $7.5 million. You get paid. You don't show up for free. What are you talking about? And this goes for every other stupid person out there that's saying, oh, and you know, black folks, we try not to play the race card. Contrary to popular belief, we don't like to play the race card. But when the shit is in your face, when the shit is right there, when the shit is overt, you're not being cute by saying this, Joe. You're not sitting out here trying to talk up under the shit. Ain't nobody. Everybody knows what you're talking about. Everybody know who you talking about. You ain't never said nothing like that before.
So I 100% agree with the part that you didn't have, specifically the NCAA, who's been making money hand over foot for the last 50 years and not paying athletes, taking free labor. So you could root for them when they work for free, but as soon as they made their own money, suddenly you had an issue. That sounds extremely problematic. And then let's be real here. If you say this to another age group, then it's ages. So because they're freshmen and sophomores in college, they don't deserve to make the money that they're earning because people are paying them for it. That's mind-boggling to me. I can't for the life of me understand.
I can. I know that look. He's old. He's 2 generations removed from what? You know what I mean? And you can tell that's rhetoric was passed down. Come on now. Yeah, change the light real quick.
So for me, nobody cared when the NCAA was just taking this money and not giving anything. At no point did they think to themselves, "Hey, we should redistribute this income, serve everybody." Kids didn't have enough money. You know, there are countless stories about college football superstars, family struggle, them struggling to eat, can't find transportation, can't find a place to live. At that point, you're basically saying, "Hey, it's okay as long as y'all are struggling. I ain't have no problem with that. No issue with that. But y'all wasn't getting paid nothing. Cool. That's cool with me. But now you found a way to become upwardly mobile. You have a problem. Change who you're talking about, but the story and the rhetoric seem very consistent."
Yeah, man. Hey, turn your gain up a little bit or something. You need to get your mic boom back. But yeah, man, I don't want to belabor this, man. You are a fool, Joe Manchin. And the thing is, he tried so hard to be politically correct and say it's hard, root for the kids.
You think so?
Yeah. He could have said it he could have said it much worse, but it also sounds like to me like you're jealous. I mean, you worth $7 million.
And
they figured out a way. They're just ahead of the curve. Every millionaire, every industry has a beginning. And when you have a beginning, the people that get in at the beginning of any industry normally become millionaires. NIL is just a new industry. It's a new way to make money, and this is the first generation of it with no regulation.
Or the NCAA could have done something to help both parties a long time ago, but you wanted to take all the money for yourself, and now it's like, oh, now the rabbits got the gun, and now the game's unfair. No, it's unfair because you don't have control anymore.
Yeah, because you suck. It is what it is, man. As I said last week, yeah, you got to pay me to go on a visit. I want $5,000 to be there because you about to make $40 million off of me anyway. I want $5,000 to you have to come speak to me, right? If I have to take an unofficial visit, I got to pay everything to come see you, right? You need me. Pay me. Joe, pay me. It is what it is. You tight? Hey. Give some more money to the school so that they can pay the students, so that you don't see a drop off in facilities and winning and losing. That's what you need to do. But we'll move on from there because I can stay here. What?
Y'all still the same group of people trying to abandon the abandon HBCUs in the NIL. So you're doing your absolute best to try to disenfranchise the people who have the least. It's a cold piece of work, but you're consistent. And loud and wrong. That's the worst part.
Speaking of consistency, baseball, Got to be careful with what I say here. So, backstory. Marlins GM Kim, is it NG?
I have no clue on this one.
Her last name is
When she first
NG.
got this job.
Yes, we did. Marlins GM Kim NG of Asian descent left the organization after it tried to hire someone over her in the basketball operations department, a move that stunned the industry after she built Miami's first full season playoff team since 2003. Mind you, she was hired as the general manager. So most of the time when you're hired as the general manager and they try to hire somebody over you, hiring somebody over the general manager is not foreign. The Falcons do that all the time, right? When we had Thomas Dimitroff, we brought in Scott Pioli to help him. But the problem with that is normally when that happens, your GM sucks and they're doing something wrong or they're on their way out and you are trying to figure out a way to keep them as well as improve the roster. That ain't the case with her. She built the first playoff team since 2003. Have y'all seen the Miami Marlins games? It'd be nobody there. The whole state of Florida, for how messed up it is. One thing that they unite about is that they don't like baseball because they don't go to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays games. They don't go to the Miami Marlins games, and they both made the playoffs. She built that roster from zero. Miami was awful. And then after she did it, they tried to hire somebody over her. I like that she left. I'm better. I'm going to go to a better organization that needs me anyway. Watch her end up in Vegas. Watch.
The Marlins are historically notorious for making bad decisions. This is just a long stretch of this. I appreciate people who have the self-respect, the self-value to understand you can't play with me. I'm a killer at this. I took your little raggedy piece of team and made it into something that's playoff worthy. But one thing I can for sure do is do that again with somebody else. So absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, ma'am, get the hell away from the Marlins. And
in a better situation.
To have this much audacity and to be clowns like this, then it's on them. You take this and good luck and Godspeed, but y'all gonna get more people fired. Because I'm gonna tell you, number one, if I have any self-respect, I'm not going here. I see what type of trick bag organization you run. And everybody else is gonna be like, hey man, the Mets. Make that call, buddy. Y'all need the help.
Y'all spending hundreds of millions of dollars on mid. Might as well spend a couple $1 million on a fantastic employee. This is your way to get out of the gutter, Mets. Don't do it.
Please, Mets, don't call her. Yankees, don't call her. Who else is stupid and likes to spend money? Dodgers, don't call her. Red Sox, don't call her. Houston Asterisks, don't call her. Anybody who I would be upset about, please don't call her. Unfortunately, if we didn't have Alex Anthopoulos, I would love to have this lady. I think she's fantastic. She's a pioneer. And she's not like a diversity hire. This lady kicks ass.
The only thing about Alex Anthopoulos is if you hire her, he'd have to get a promotion to like VP of operations or president of operations. Because she's too qualified to take a step back. She's proven.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm saying there's just not a space for her. But if in another world, in a different situation, I'm 100% interested in having that lady be a part of our organization. She's been fantastic. And we say this all the time. This is the reason you can't have nice things in Miami.
Hey, man. And like you said before, they just cheated the Vikings. Shout out to her, to Miss Kim. I'm going to just say Miss Kim, for knowing your worth and leaving. You didn't even have to sit there and wait. You didn't have to argue. You didn't go back and forth. As soon as they disrespected you, you got the hell up on out of there. You got out of there. And
we
now
don't even have anything to talk about. There's no discussion.
She got out of there. Another screen. Yo, the Vikings are out here against the 49ers cooking. Oh my word. Oh my.
They letting them send the pressure right at the middle, and they say we'll beat you on this outside.
All right, moving on, man. So in the pregame, I told y'all Terrell Owens ain't real when he played down that broken leg during the Super Bowl and had 100 yards receiving. Terrell Owens was hit with a car after an argument over a basketball game. It was in Calabasas. He had an argument with the man after the game. The cop said the man then got into his car and drove into Terrell Owens' knee. Owens refused medical attention, and the officers made the arrest and charged the man with assault with a deadly weapon. No, they're looking for the man to charge him with assault with a deadly weapon. There have been no arrests made. As of now, an investigation is ongoing. Terrell Owens got hit with a car and just walked away. The cyborg. I'm telling y'all right now, I got hit with a Fisher-Price tricycle to my ankle and fell to the ground and said, "Oh my Lord." He got hit with a car.
No. Los Angeles Times. Terrell Owens hit by a car after argument in Calabasas basketball court. Hopes the car is okay. Don't pray for me. Pray for the bear. I mean, it's T.O. Like, what did you think? Number one, what T.O. must have been really busting your ass for you to be like, I'm going to hit him with my car. You know how mad you got to be to hit somebody with your car? Because you're going to probably ruin your car in the process. You're willing to inflict damage onto yourself in order to pain somebody else. That's like a person who's willing to headbutt somebody. You are a dangerous individual because you're willing to go to more means than I am, bro. Way too aggressive for me.
How can you get that mad that a world-class athlete beat you in a sport? Who do you think you are that you are going to get so angry that let me tell y'all something. If a former NFL football player comes and beats me in basketball, I'm going to shake his hand. You know why? Because he's trained his whole life to be in shape forever. Terrell Owens is the most in-shape football player probably in his age group right now.
And if I remember correctly, he was a college basketball player too. So this is not just like
this ain't foreign. It's not like he don't know how to play. Yeah. Boy, you crazy. And listen, I got something else. I really brought this up because I wanted to say, hey, Stephen A., you said all that about T.O. now. You said all that smoke. And T.O. said, just had that same energy when I see you now. Obviously, if he catch you in traffic, he ain't worried about the cars. They done hit him and then moved away. Literally. So ain't nothing you can do now, Stephen A. I ain't never gonna fight no dude that got hit by a car.
And pray for the car. Hell no. You better make a business decision, Stephen A. Smith. That boy gonna knock the mini fro off your head. You play with him. Now, I also think that the dude who ran it and hit him with the car, I don't think you need to put him in jail. I think that you need to find him and you need to put him in a room with T.O. for.
And just let them talk it out. Just let them let them talk it out. Hit him in the knee.
I don't think any more than 5 minutes is fair. Honestly, probably about 3 minutes. But if you hit a man with your car,
have you been in a 5-minute fight? That is a long fight. 5-minute fight is a long time, especially if you getting your ass whooped.
And I think he get his ass whooped for about 4 minutes and 59 seconds. And that's also legal in Texas. If y'all both agree with that, y'all would like to fight, just let the law enforcement know. The law enforcement will watch it, and as long as y'all don't try to kill each other, everything is okay. Once it gets to over, they'll end it for you.
Yeah, that is.
Shout out to Texas.
Shout out to Texas. But I honestly, without all the jokes, I would say exactly, Josh. 5 minutes, 300 seconds, bro. Somebody hit you 10 times in 10 seconds. That means you got 290 more punches to get hit.
I think that you should have if you had the audacity, you got to think about what you're doing here. You were at a basketball court. You left the basketball court, got your car, crunk your car up, put it in drive, probably had to back it out of a spot, and drove over and hit the man. Yeah. Let him get his 5 minutes.
Yeah, let him get his 5 minutes. But all seriousness, we are happy that T.O. is okay. We are happy that he's okay.
And I hope he catch you too. I hope he catch you and Stephen A. at the same time. And y'all just duke it out.
Yep. Hey, man, shout out to Neymar, man. Speedy recovery. Neymar had a brutal knee injury. He tore his ACL and his meniscus. In soccer, that is a really, really big deal because they pretty much run and cut nonstop. There is no real stoppages unless the ball goes out of bounds. We've seen that happen with Atlanta United former star player who's now in Miami. he tore his ACL and he lost a step almost immediately. So hopefully, and Neymar is one of the bigger stars in the sport around the world. So we hope that you are okay, and we send you our condolences. He fell immediately in what was a non-contact injury. He went up and came down awkwardly, and that was that. So it's probably a 12 to 14 month recovery. It's tight. T's and P's.
Talk about going down awkwardly. Next up.
Yeah, boy. And before we move on, man, I almost put this in football because this was one of the cleanest form tackles I've seen in a long time. Listen, just know you go to Tuscaloosa, even the security guards are 5 stars. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This fan right here, it'll zoom in. This fan right here decided to run on the Crimson Tide field, thinking that nobody was going to say anything because the stadium was empty. Here's the security guard in full sprint, who looks to be about 300 pounds. And, well, this is the violence that we always promise in the pregame. Yee.
He cleaner. He probably concussed. He looked like he needed to go
Probably.
to the
He didn't even get up. He ain't even trying. Like, nah, I'm not getting up, dog.
The other dude, you see the black dude.
Did you see his phone? His phone is way out the picture. His phone was up here.
Please look at the other dude. Like, if you don't get your ass up, you made me run over here in the first place. The game way over. You probably drunk too.
Look at that phone.
Oh man.
Hey, Lord.
Yellow jacket got this job because he was probably like a walk-on or something.
That's definitely a walk-on. Couldn't afford to go to school.
And then he said, "Oh, I've been waiting a long time to get my shot on this field."
Yeah, look at the dude in the blue shirt that's yelling at him too. Like, yeah, that's my big brother.
That's gonna hurt when you sober up.
Watch this guy right here. Bow.
He dropped that shoulder and he put his hands like.
They tried to get him up. I would have got up either. Y'all got to call the ambulance. If you're going to take me to jail, you're going to take me to jail in the ambulance after that hit. I'm not lying.
That's like when you wild out in the store. If you don't get your ass up from this flow, when your mom start talking you through her teeth, it's bad. It's very bad.
It's over. It's over with. But, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the pregame where we talked about the cost of lobster. Old white men still hating on the new regime. T's and P's to Neymar and T.O. The Miami Marlins are idiots again, and even Bama has 5-star security guards on the roster.